This is how you combine full-stack web development with AI. For the take-home, we have a platform that fetches, evaluates, and displays images that match user-provided prompts. The tech stack for this is React, TypeScript, FastAPI, Python, MongoDB, Tailwind, Vite, Playwright, OpenAI, and Docker. With these battle-tested technologies, you can build anything you put your mind to. We have a setup section where you can see how to run this app or the scripts behind it that showcase the different operations with Pinterest, web scraping, evaluation, and AI agents. But let's get to what really matters, is the architecture. The server part of the backend is done through FastAPI, which gives a lot of edge on the development itself, and also very good options on production side, like you can set up cores and API keys, just as you would do with Express or any other Node.js framework. But the core of the application is on the service side. We have a main workflow that orchestrates all the other things, but the first step then is set up the Pinterest. Through the aim file, it logins onto the account and warms up the algorithm, and then scrap the image link to give to the agent. The agent part is through the pydantic, which gives a type-safe approach to the workflow. Like it ensures the AI response will be always on a specific format expected by the backend. This is awesome because there are other AI frameworks that does this, but no one goes as pydantic, because pydantic started as like a TypeScript library for Python, and then made this new one, pydantic AI, which is safer than LangChain or Llama Index, for example. On the front end, we use React. It's important to notice that is the version 19. This is a good one because by this version we no longer need hooks like use memo, which were used before for session and states management, but they updated the library such that you no longer need to worry that much about the life cycle. Much more is done on the back side of the library. So Tailwind as well, because it's a very nice approach to the styling. Icon library called Lucid React, and Vite, which I believe is a good choice for handling the project, because in my opinion is way faster and more reliable than the correct React app. On the communication between the front end and the back end, we have pooling services that makes the front end make the request for the back in the interval of 2 seconds. So on the user flow, there is the first initial prompt, then the agent progress. It's an important part of the application because it shows what is done behind each session. And then the image review that will show you how the AI evaluates all the images to your feed. The design system is done through a minimalist approach with gradient themes and smooth animations. The warm-up logic is a very important part of the application, which is the process that personalizes your Pinterest feed. It works like first you do the search, and then the automator interacts with the first image, so it will train your algorithm to show more images like that. And the exact approach is so the first 6 pins it will react and it will save, so it will in the future remember that. The data scrap is done after you refresh the pages. It will download the number you give to it, and then it will pass to the AI after it enrich some information like the title. It will done that is done through a second step. For the model, we have GPT-4o, which is a multi-modal one. You can send text and image just as well. I find this approach is the best because for being too generalistic, it can combine different sorts of information. Like we don't have to call 2 different models for the same tasks, and this combined with Pydantic is just what we need. Also have nice capabilities like computer vision that can distinct color schemes, composition, the style of the image itself, and see if it matches with the description. Also there is a temperature parameter for set to 0.3 to consistency. There's just one other model that I would use instead of that. If we are working on a local AI app, I would use Llama 4. The thing is, Llama 4, if you want to use it entirely, you have to have a very powerful machine because it has billions of params. But let's see how this is done in practice. First by seeing the warm-up part and then the front end. So we run the script. At first we will use the email and password you assign on the env file to log in the Pinterest account you desire, and then it will start the warm-up process that will influence your feed and so on. Like I assigned the Viking home office, so it will find some image related to that and will like and save the pin. This hopefully will influence the algorithm, and as we can see, the results of the prompt itself give almost 100% match rate on the styles, at least. Like I searched something weird, so it may not give 100% related, but our main goal here is not on the search result, is on the feed itself, to see if we can influence the feed later on and enhance your account. Let's review the app's frontend. I decided on a minimalist approach with the prompt input field right at the center. The decision was due to the fact that the project is very straightforward, aiming to enhance the Pinterest feed with the help of AI. So no use of adding a bunch of configs and different options on the home screen. Still, there are some additional elements like prompt examples here that suggest that the platform goes toward more of a reference Canva making instead of just an image search, which you can do anywhere. Also, we have on the top right corner the indispensable dark mode switch. We can help your eyes a little bit. And on the top left side, the prompt history menu. I will start with there, just changing the order here, because I want to talk about the development process and how I come to terms with this project. We jump to the final screen here, and there's many things I could talk about, like the dashboard panel or the image grid. But right now I want to focus on the assignment itself. At first I wanted to show just the results of a given search. This would, of course, would always give almost 100% related image. But that also goes out of the initial challenge of incorporating the given prompt to your feed. So in this case, there are few results matching 80 wrappers. Just 2 of them according to the AI. But the thing is that results being close styles or pop reference are already there on my account. But let's get back at the beginning and try one of the examples here, like cozy industrial home office. It goes to search, and the front end must give real-time results and progress estimates based on each step is currently taking. Right now it's on setting up the warm-up phase. This might take a little while, but here we go. We have the logs of the current phase and 10% progress rate. We can accompany these logs here on the Pinterest warm-up phase and see it's engaging with the content, like we showed before with the warm-up script on Python. It's on 3 of 6 pins with 18% overall progress. We can just wait here. So we have now reached the results after waiting about 5 minutes on the AI validation phase. And now we see that we have a way better score than we showed before, because this is more aligned with the platform's intent to catch like style ideas and ambient images. So according to the AI models, we've reached a 52% score images, like 11 were approved and 9 were disqualified. We also have a match rate for each image, like to be approved it needs to be more than 50%. Each image have also a description by the AI saying why it was approved or not. And here we can see that it gave below 50 to very unrelated images, like this abstract painting here, and also a place on outside which is not very related, like images of books, images of tilings. This was indeed approved because I think it's let's see, it says it matches the style. Also here it's kind of ambiguous because it's cozy, but it's not, it has books but also drinks, so it shouldn't be a home office, I think. So that's the application results. We can also filter here by the match rates, only high match rates. And this is my Pinterest feed now. It's a lot of home office images. So we can also by the status here, disqualified, just the disqualified ones. And we can change the view for grid here as well, and of course the indispensable dark mode.